Oh, I killed him. No way. What's up, guys? Sorry for the delay on videos. I'm working on recording some more of the informative videos that take a lot of time and testing to actually make. In the meantime, I wanted to get an update posted for you guys. I stumbled across 6 more new images of the desert map. None of these are earth-shattering, but I still like seeing more of the environment that we will soon be dropping into, just so I have a little bit better of an idea how I want to play and what things I should be looking for. Also, I wanted to run another video idea by you guys, but I will do that at the end of this video. So the first image is the only one we've sort of seen before, but was in a magazine. Now we have a much higher res digital version. Again, nothing too special. I know a lot of people have their fingers crossed that somewhere in the ballistics overhaul we'll get some bullet penetration added, maybe making it so we can shoot through weaker plywood walls like you see with these huts. In fact, how cool would it be if we saw a realistic system implemented where, say, shotguns would stop on any wall, but maybe weaker guns can punch through thin wood walls, and then high velocity rifles could punch through maybe 2 layers of wood or 1 thin layer of metal. And then of course you have sniper rifles, which would be able to penetrate pretty much any walls, especially the Magnum 300 rounds. That way we had even more tactical decisions to make in our squad as far as what guns we're carrying and what we need to use for specific engagements. I don't know, that could be a horrible idea, but it sure sounds like a fun new dynamic to mess around with. Anyway, sorry, onto the next image. The next 5 images we have not seen before, and the first is a straight up natural environment on the new map. This looks like the first really applicable location for a ghillie suit, although maybe they changed the ghillie suit to better fit the desert map in general. We'll have to see. But cool to see some super dense little pockets of trees and bushes. Honestly, those little pockets look more dense than what we typically see on our current map, so I'm pretty into this. Next image, we have these abandoned train cars, and probably once again another ideal location for a little bit of bullet penetration. On a side note, I'd love to see ladders become climbable in PUBG. It wouldn't provide a massive benefit at this location in particular, but I think overall it would add a little bit to the game. We've also got some new buildings in back here that look pretty interesting, as well as some more detailed rock geometry off in the distance. Next image is just straight up desert landscape. Not a single man-made structure in sight. Well, I mean, it's all man-made, but you know what I mean. There is a dirt road, I guess, but other than that, the terrain looks pretty brutal to drive over. I really hope in the vehicle physics rework, we see a vehicle like the buggy or maybe the new pickup get a huge buff for off-road terrain, just so there's more tactical decisions involved in what vehicle you fight for, or should I say more value added to certain vehicles for certain situations. I gotta imagine with this terrain we will be seeing lots of tipped over minibuses, which I'm totally planning on using one of those things as a makeshift bunker. Now the rock cliffs in the distance look like an awesome battlegrounds, however I'm functioning under the assumption that those are basically the edge of the map, so somewhat accessible, but for the most part probably not. I mean, it's impossible to really know for sure. But this next image does give us a pretty cool look at the more jagged canyon-like terrain we'll get to scurry around on the new map. Again, just an even better taste of what we'll be seeing landscape-wise on the desert map. I can already imagine lying up top with a sniper rifle overlooking the open desert floor below. It's gonna be fun no matter what. And then this last image is really cool. We saw on the actual map that there appeared to be quite a few industrial locations, whether it be power plants, oil refineries, or maybe mines. How cool would that be instead of having underground bunkers if we had dark underground mineral mines of some sort? Anyway, no idea on that one. But this image shows us a peek at what the industrial side of the map might look like. We've seen some of these elements at Milta Nuke on our current map, or Milta Nuke is what I call the large power plant reactor just east of Milta Power. But if you zoom into the left side, you can see a new metal fence with barbed wire around the top. Again, it would be cool if this stopped most weaker rounds but could still be penetrated by, say, sniper rifles. And then there's some large warehouse looking structures in the background with shattered rooftops. Anyway, that's it for these 6 more images. At this point, I feel like we've seen more than enough and we're ready for this bad boy to drop. Because I still see it being asked everywhere, an update to the launch of everything. Of course, we are getting PUBG on Xbox Preview December 12th. They're still aiming to release PC 1.0 by the end of the year, which should include vaulting and climbing, the new desert map, along with a a whole bunch of other new features. Of course, they could stagger some of that content to supplement the excitement, but we'll just have to see. They keep promising the end of year launch, but I would plan for delays just so we're not too disappointed. This has snowballed into a much larger scale project than they originally anticipated. Based off everything they have said, we should be expecting at least 2 more test phases, having already completed the first, and they said they would be announcing the schedule for the next test this week. Usually once it's announced, the test goes live very soon after, so make sure you're subscribed to stay notified on that. At this moment, they have said nothing more. Their focus has pretty much been on the tournaments the last couple of days, but with those ending, we might start to see the tests firing back up. Speaking of tournaments though, I started watching some of them and writing down tactics I was learning. Obviously, these are highly qualified teams and players competing for massive pools of money, so their tactics have to be on point. Let me know in the comments if this would interest you, but I had an idea of breaking down the competition rounds and show you guys some of the top plays, maybe talk through the innovative tactics we saw repeatedly used in the tournaments, but just kind of learn as much as possible from the competitive players playing with $200,000 on the line. Let me know if that would interest you guys. If you want me to make a video like that for you, it wouldn't subtract from the other stuff I'm working on, and I'm actively working on some of the videos you guys have requested, but learning by examining some of the top players' gameplay is a great way to go. So I thought it would be cool if I brought that video to the table for you guys. I'd probably do like 1 round or maybe a day's worth and post that video for you guys to see if we all dig it, and then do more of the tournament if we're into that series. Just an idea though. Tell me what you want to see below, and I will see you guys back on the Battlegrounds.